What is up, everyone? It's Gage here. Welcome to Buck That, and today's the 200th episode, and I got special guest Sandra Velez.
Yes, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Doing good, doing good. The sun is shining for right now.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, in an hour or two, it might be raining, but you never know with Florida.
Absolutely.
So, this past season did not turn out how everyone expected. Only one win on the season. What was your perspective on the season? Did you see what lessons did you all learn, or at least from your point?
From my standpoint, I observed things that I know that I needed to work on. I did suffer an injury, so I was out pretty much 2 games. I mean, had I not been injured, I know that I probably could have attributed to those 2 games specifically. But what I learned is some great teamwork. We have learned to work through different types of issues that come about as far as like strategies and whatnot. What I did like is that we got through things. No matter what was coming at us, we got through them and we didn't stop. You know, when they say to the last yard, to the last quarter, we fight. That's exactly what we do.
And that's what I love about you guys. You guys are family, and I see a lot of heart out there. It's that's why I love getting involved, going to your guys' games, and really get involved in the community because going with your heart and passion. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. We have
And
to have,
I think you're the one that was hyping up the crowd. Like every time everyone got a little quiet because the games are up and down, I think you're like, "Hey guys, let's get a little louder."
yeah, absolutely. I was always the one raising my hands as much as I could, and I've lost my voice at a couple games. Absolutely. You know, sometimes you need that mindset motivation. Regardless of the weather, regardless of the circumstances and stuff like that. It is absolutely key to motivate the players on the ball field, and that's where the great fans of ours come into play. You know, so it is always a unique opportunity to see the various diverse fans that we have. It is just amazing to keep moving forward with that.
Oh, I absolutely agree that fans are, I think, a vital point. Because as a player, I used to play back in high school, and I remember the fans, man, that would get me pumped up. Like, let's fucking go! And you're hyping up the fans. We all were hyped, man. It definitely helped a lot.
Absolutely, and a lot of that is attributed to my teamwork capabilities with from me being in the military period. You know what I mean? We were always taught teamwork, regardless of what comes uh, towards us, like different obstacles, positive and negative, and we use those as reinforcements to excel in our goals. Whether
And speaking of the military, I think a couple of players are from the military, aren't they, on the team?
Absolutely, we have some amazing players on the team. And our team specific with Tampa Bay Inferno is very uniquely diverse. So learning from everybody as family members on the team, it is and has been amazing. So we continually learn from each other. And I could tell you this, a lot of the teammates, we miss football already because we're in off season. And a lot of us cannot wait until we get back on that ball field.
Yeah, I bet you guys are. It's football. When you have that passion, it's you always feel that fire inside. You're like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to play today.
Absolutely. And it's not, it is not only is it just about playing, it's about finding that niche. It's about finding the drive, purpose, and motivation for the community as a whole. You know what I mean? Meaning that they have a game, they have motivating, awesome games to go to. We have, NFL, we have WFA, which we belong to, and it is such a great aspect to get into. Um, and I know for a fact that we leave a mark for people within the city. I get that, and I get that great feeling of people becoming motivated by, oh, there's a game that we're going to go to, let's make it, you know what I mean? Like even my job has said, hey, we need to make these games. I've had family members come all the way from Georgia to come to these games. So a lot of people can't wait until next season. And I tell you what, this is just our chapter here we had this season is nothing compared to what's going to happen next season. I tell you that first and foremost, Buck.
Yeah, and you said it perfectly. These fans, there's fan members coming from everywhere. You know, Georgia, it could be from Indiana. Like the fans, it's really amazing, and I appreciate all you as a player and everyone that does. You know, the sacrifices you guys make. As you guys have kids, you have jobs, and you definitely have a risk in that. You can get a big time injury, and it could take you off work and everything like that. So I'm just grateful for you guys even being on the field, because it takes a lot of guts and determination to do that.
Absolutely, and it also derives from us having a great staff with our coaches and our lovely main coach, Miss Moody. She is simply amazing. So with that being said, we motivate each other every time we're at practice, every time we're on that ball field for a game.
Yeah, I see it every time you guys are out there. No matter what's going on, you guys are always pumped and ready to go.
Yes, sir.
And now I want to. So and you mentioned that next season you guys are expecting a lot different result. Do you think it's a restart of the road to Canton, or is it kind of just getting back to getting in the playoffs?
Oh no, it's definitely the road to Canton. Absolutely, first and foremost.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, I definitely have no doubt that you guys are going to make it next season. Now, I forgot to take account. You guys do have a lot of new players coming in, so everyone's getting used to the chemistry of each other and everything like that. But you guys have a lot of heart and passion, and with amazing head coaches like Arlo Henderson and Alan Crump and all those guys, I have no doubt that you guys are going to give it a hell of a run next year.
Absolutely. And I will tell you, one of obviously our head coach, Coach Arlo, he's a very hardline coach. He reminds me of a drill, pardon me. He reminds me of a drill instructor that I had while in the military. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need that structure, drive, and push within someone that recognizes your abilities. You know, there may be some things that I really don't realize for myself, but you know what? Coach Arlo's there. Regardless of me, like I practiced for right guard, I practiced for right tackle, I practiced for D-line. They had me pretty much a variety of different positions. And then when it came time for me to play, especially in the last game that we had, they were like, okay, I need you here. I need you here. I need you to do, this call, that call, because they had another objective right behind me. And I tell you what, it was the best amazing feeling, not knowing everything that was going to go on behind me, but to know I was part of that strategical support for the team for a specific play. And that is just a fine example of what teamwork is all about during a game.
And you said it perfectly. It's you can trust everyone's going to do their jobs, and you just got to focus on what you got to do. And having a coach like Arlo, who is structured, but he also shows a lot of heart, because there's some coaches that are just like strictly strict, and they're just going to tell you what to do. But Arlo he has a balance of things. Like he shows a lot of heart, and you're talking to him like last month. Like I got to see the great head coach that we all have seen the last couple of years in Tampa Inferno. So, it's definitely a great head coach to have with you guys.
Absolutely. He's amazing, as well as all our other coaches. I mean, every single coach has their purpose, whether it's a D-line coach, offensive coach, special teams coach. It all matters when they all work as a team too. And that's what makes our team so great,
Yeah, teamwork is very important. And it's not just the players, but the coaching staff and everyone that's involved, the fans, the coaches, the players, everyone has to work together, and that's how you get to road to Canton when everyone's in sync. And I have no doubt, and you guys are already even towards the end of the season, you guys look like you're getting more in sync with each other, getting more chemistry. And next season, I think it's going to be a hell of a season, to be honest.
I think so too. I am an absolute firm believer in that. So we are on to bigger and better things, no matter what. Not only in our each and individual lives as teammates, we're mothers, we're aunts, we're spouses, and we're significant others to our family members. But we all use whatever we have learned in our lives, bring it together to the team on the ball field for a greater purpose.
It is. It's about community. It's not just about football. Like football leads to that, and football is amazing, but it's about the community, and that's what I love about football. As you guys can tell, I'm a Bucks fan, but I love it's not just about football. It's like the community because you become family, and that's really what's important.
Absolutely.
And I know you're involved in the Wounded Warriors project. So I don't know too much about it. From what you told me, at least that's basically really all I know. But I want to get your perspective on it since you're pretty involved in it.
Yes. Okay. So I originally came from the Wounded Warrior Project alumni from New Mexico before I moved over here. And there are certain events that we did over there. Like they took us on ziplining events. We did therapy events. We've also done what's called Project Odyssey. And what that is like, like all of the females that sign up for a Wounded Warrior Project event for an Odyssey trip, we have gone to places such as Lake Tahoe to do that zip lining, to do what's called a sound bowl therapy. We do meditation. We do, nature therapy, and it is all provided by the Wounded Warrior Project. So, for example, if I was from Las Cruces, New Mexico, and then I signed up for the West Coast side because that's the side that I belonged to at the time in New Mexico, signed up for a trip like in Lake Tahoe, the Wounded Warrior Project is funded. So they would purchase tickets for the soldier or service member to these events if they are allowed to. Like, you're going to have to fly to Tahoe, so that's what they provide, and they provide your food and everything else. So if you go to a shorter distance event, like say here in Tampa, and I were to go to like a glass blowing event, like say in St. Pete, but I signed up for the Tampa location, they won't, they only could cover certain things. They may provide snacks, they may take us out to lunch, which they do. So I've had an amazing Wounded Warrior Project point of contact liaison here. He very amazing gentleman, as well as the gentleman point of contact that I had in New Mexico. So it definitely benefits the service member to sign up for the Wounded Warrior Project. Because not only is it just for the service members for their transition through the years, or doesn't matter how long or short they've been out of the military, but it also serves a great purpose for their families as well, because the Wounded Warrior Project also caters to three different areas in therapy for the service member. One is for the service member themselves, 2 is for the family members themselves, and then 3 is for the family and the service members. So there is a different array of areas that you can get into. And like I was saying before earlier, Buck, that I probably want to take you on a Wounded Warrior Project trip here, in locally in the Tampa area, Orlando or whatnot, so you can, visually see, wow, what she's saying is actually legit. Sometimes people have a stigma of not wanting to get involved in stuff like that. And I understand that. Sometimes it's not for everybody, but for me, it helps. If I'm able outside my work to do this every single time, like on the weekends or whatnot, or after work during weekdays, I will absolutely do it. So that's why I'm going to work with my point of contact to see if I can get you on board with at least one of the trips.
And I would, and I'm grateful that that you gave me the opportunity to even go. Because I just my main goal in life is just to give to others because life and God has given me so much. And my brother, he was in the military for 4 to 5 years, and when he came home, he just wasn't exactly the same mentally. It took him many years to kind of get back to where he was, and he's keep growing, and he's doing amazing right now. And and right now, veterans statistically, that a lot of them are ending their own lives, and because they only think it's one way to you somehow make it through civilian, being a civilian, or you die. There's another way of doing things, another way to transition, and the Moving Orders Project is giving them that option because they
Absolutely.
feel like they don't have any, and that's amazing. Can't wait to get involved with it.
Absolutely. And then with that being said, that's why I've also chose my niche, which would be football. You know what I mean? Like that is my go-to. Aside from the gym, that's my go-to. So, doesn't matter what I do on a ball field, I will be there.
Yeah, and that's what's important. It's that community ultimately, and giving to others is there's something deeper in that. Everyone's worried about the money and everything like that, but it's more about giving to others, and there's just something amazing about that, and giving others a chance that they don't see. And that's why Wounded Warriors Project, I'm really happy they're around because now veterans they don't have to feel like they don't have no options, and Wounded Warrior Projects give them the option. So I'm really happy about that. And that's why I can't, like advocate and talk about on this podcast. That's why I'm really grateful to have you on because this is just a great way to spread more awareness about that.
Yeah, it's a great way to mend the minds, to show different types of diversity. You know what I mean? And that's okay because we sometimes people are afraid to learn about each other because we don't know about each other. You know what I mean? So once you get to know about each other, they're like, oh, there's a female full tackle football team here in Tampa. We didn't know that. Well, absolutely, because you know what? Hey, here's a game. I had bought passes. Half of my passes I bought just to give them out to people, and that's about my personal thing to pay it forward to help expose our team. That's what I did.
And that's amazing. It's Tampa Infernos, and I have no doubt. And this team will even ESPN they're starting to track ESPN, so I have no doubt it won't be long until this blows up and everyone's hearing about it. So I'm really excited that I can help that and to bring the word out to Tampa Inferno. And this team, this whole community is amazing, and I love everybody in it.
Absolutely. We just keep pushing forward, keep getting the word out, and you never know. There may be one day where Tampa Bay Inferno is being flown out to their away games. God willing, we'll see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Because you never know. That's a good thing about football. You really don't know what's going to happen. It could go one way or another.
Absolutely.
And kind of I completely forgot to address this, but you said you mentioned before we got in here that you actually played in New Mexico, so you have a couple years of experience playing football.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's where my veteran status came in. So I used to play for WNFC, for La Muerte de las Cruces. They were also a all-female tackle football team. Um, so I did that. I played D line there for the team for a minute. They in turn had did absolutely amazing. Crushing the drive, the cohesiveness, and all that stuff. Taking that, learning from if you're on the same team or not, taking it and using it for the championship. So that's how I know that this team next year we're going to Canton. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how we get there. It doesn't matter what um, things we have to go to get there. I guarantee you we'll be going for sure.
Oh, definitely. And you guys have a lot more experience because there's a lot of young players on your team that some that didn't play football and some that haven't played in a while. And this team's only gonna get better. Like towards the end of the season, I've seen a lot more improvement. And so next season, I think you guys are gonna rock it.
Yeah, I think the end of the season is just a pregame to next season. When you do 39-6 out of Miami and you crush, it is what it is. Hopefully we can get the film and I believe it might actually be on YouTube. As you see that last game, that shows a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm just glad. I was glad I got to catch a couple of home games because they were very energizing. Like it was. I won't forget it. Forgetting I heard it was like that. I was like, holy shit! Like
Right.
The whole game is just like it's crazy.
Yeah, we pretty much amp it up. As far as the other great thing during off season or even during season practices and stuff like that, we have a lot of fans, family members, and whatnot that like to order our team playing, jerseys, for example, like a duffel bag, a backpack, a cup, a mug, stuff like that. I mean, I've had my own brother who lives clearly out in Killeen, Austin, Texas area. He was like, yo, get me your jersey with your jersey number. Off season or not, he's a sports fan, period, and he's a major soccer player out of Texas. But I tell you what, he wanted to rock that jersey so hard. But so next year, hopefully, they're able to come to at least one of our home games. But we have fans and family members that go to our away games. They hop on planes just like we do, and they support us on the ball field, no matter how near or far we are. And that is humbling to know that people take their time and dedication to come support our team like that.
It's amazing when the fans come in and support you guys. The away games especially because it's not in the main area. So, and when you get any fans that come away games, that is it's just heartwarming. You know what I mean? It's like that's family right there.
Absolutely.
And to finish things off, what advice would you give young women that are trying to achieve their dreams of playing football?
What advice I would give to women for their dreams of playing football is not to give up on the little hurdles that may or may not come day by day. With that being said, you can have your drive and motivation, but just not give up. That's a big thing about having a mind fit focus. And that's just everyone in general. I do say that it all starts with a decision. And if you can make a decision to say play football, and no matter how you get there and you stay focused in that manifestation of playing football on a ball field, I guarantee you manifesting it, you're going to do it. You're going to make it. It may take a year, it may take 2 years, it may take longer for you to perfect yourself in what position you might want to play, or to your workouts, or to your physical therapies if you get injured or not get injured, versus your off ball field, exercising. Like I go to the gym, people find their own other way of other different types of sports, but it's all about channeling yourself and getting yourself what we call dress when you come on the ball field and ready to play. So not to give up, and to explore on the different opportunities that women have on the ball field.
A beautiful message, and sure, it's you gotta go after it. Go after your dreams and passion, no matter what people say, because there will be people that doubt you. That will say you're not good enough. There's too many obstacles to go through. I say, fuck that, man. Have no regrets, because if you don't go after your dreams and there's a slight, maybe I could have done that if I would have worked harder, if I would have done this, then that will always be a regret. So even if you don't make it, it's all lessons from there. That's really, there's no failure, there's only lessons. And And my message to all you female players: go after your dreams and passion, because we only have one life, and have no regrets.
Absolutely. It's not just about coulda, shoulda, would have done that. It's all about how, been, and I have done that. So, focusing your mindset on what anyone wants to achieve in life, you'll get there if you manifest it right.
Exactly. Manifestation, it's very powerful.
Absolutely.
But I hope you guys enjoy this special episode 200. You guys made it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like and subscribe, and I hope you buck that.
All right. You have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks to all the fans. We'll see you next season.
Yeah, I'll see you all next season too. It's gonna be a great season.
Absolutely.